Okay, so 68 wants us to do this graphically to approximate an answer, and then verify it algebraically. I'm going to do it the other way. I'm going to do it algebraically, and then I'll check it graphically. So the most common thing that we do in solving equations is switching the forms, but if you've got some other stuff out here, you need to get rid of that stuff. So undo add 10 with subtract 10. Undo times -4 by dividing -4. You need to make it look a certain way. It's got to be in a certain structure, either exponential form structure or logarithmic form structure, so that you can switch the forms. And then undo the -2 with the +2. So that would be our exact answer. That's about 14.182, because they asked me to round to 3 decimal places. And then to do the same thing graphically, I'm going to graph all of this and then figure out where it equals 0. So where does it hit the x-axis? Looks like it happens a little bit more to the right. So change my window settings, go a little further to the right. Okay, now we can see it, but to get your calculator to estimate within 3 decimal places from a graph, you have to do second trace, calculate a 0. Left bound means it wants the cursor somewhere to the left of the x-intercept you're trying to find. Right bound means you need to move the cursor to the right of the x-intercept you're trying to find. And then if you want to guess to speed it up, you can, but otherwise just hit enter. And then it's going to bounce that point back and forth until it gets to y equals 0, which is what we were looking for, which comes out to be about 14.182. Which is the same thing that we got algebraically. Okay, any other questions on that? Especially for y'all doing calculus next year, make sure you're doing the calculator steps there. I know it seems like it's not needed because you're getting the exact answer and you can get the answer from that, but there are times in calculus where you're given things that you can't solve by hand, or even if you can solve them by hand, they just take too long to do by hand. And about half of what we do in calculus allows a calculator, so that's a good quick way to solve equations sometimes. So if y'all practice that, then it will be that much smoother for you next year.